FIFA 99. A classic in the history of the FIFA games, no matter what console you played it on and no matter what country you played it in, the covers may have looked different, but they all had the same great gameplay. So let's remind ourselves about why we love this game so much. Just look at this game. We didn't really care what the graphics looked like. We didn't care if the fans looked like wallpaper. We didn't even need the players to look like themselves. Some of these players don't even look human. They have elbows that could cut glass and heads shaped like abandoned castles. At the time, all that was needed was a fun game where you could play with your buddies and challenge each other to see who was the best at FIFA. It's clear looking back now that the graphics haven't dated very well for this, so we wanted to put out a challenge to see if you can recognise some of the players from this game. So let's find out, can you guess the player from FIFA 99? So first up on our list we have a Manchester United legend. Okay, so here are some stats on this player. He ended up making 96 appearances for Manchester United and scored 48 goals. He played for the club from 1998 until 2002. They signed him from Aston Villa, and the other clubs he played for was Blackburn Rovers, Birmingham City, Sydney FC and Sunderland. And he also made 72 appearances for his country. It is Dwight York. I'm not sure if you'd have guessed that one from the appearance in the game or more from the stats that we gave you, but either way, Dwight York is the first player on the list. Next up, we have a Brazil superstar. So here are some stats on this player. The first club he played for in Europe was Inter Milan, where he made 30 appearances, scoring 5 goals, before moving on to Real Madrid, where he really made his name. He left that club in 2007 to sign for Fenerbahce. He made 125 appearances for Brazil, scoring 11 goals and also winning the World Cup with his country in 2002. Any idea who this is? It could only be Roberto Carlos. To be fair, I think this one was pretty easy based on the appearance and also the stats for the player. I think most people would have known this one, Roberto Carlos. The third player on this list is an England goalkeeper. Right, this player started off his career at Leeds United in 1981. From there he moved on to Peterborough United, and then from there he went to Birmingham City, then on to Queen's Park Rangers, before really making his name at Arsenal after signing there in 1990. Then he left that club in 2003 to sign for Manchester City. He also made 75 caps for England. I'm sure you guessed it, David Seaman. This is one of the more accurate depictions in the game. Even though they've dressed him like a skydiving instructor, you can see it with the moustache, the overall look, it does look like David Seaman. I think most people are going to guess player number 4. This Argentinian legend started off his career at Newell's Old Boys, then going to River Plate, then Boca Juniors before venturing over to Europe, and he signed for Fiorentina in 1991, where he really made his name in the game, making 269 appearances and scoring 167 goals. He also played for Argentina 77 times and won the Copa America twice with his country. It is of course Gabriel Batistuta. I don't think the developers had to do much in the game other than put him in an Argentina kit and give him long hair, but still, Gabriel Batistuta. A few people might struggle with player number 5. This defensive midfielder played most of his career for Barcelona, making his first appearance for the club in 1990, then going on to make 263 appearances and also becoming captain of the club. He then moved to Italy in 2001 to sign for Brescia, and then also played for Roma in Italy. He was a Spanish international and made 47 caps for his country, and he's now one of the most famous managers in world football. It is Pep Guardiola. The depiction of Guardiola in FIFA 99 is pretty bad. I've no idea how anyone is supposed to recognise him, but there you have it. Now for one of the greatest players of all time. This striker first came to Europe with PSV in 1994, before moving to Barcelona, then the big money move to Inter Milan, then Real Madrid, back to Italy with AC Milan, and then finished his career with Corinthians back in Brazil. He got 98 caps for his country, scoring 62 goals and also winning 2 World Cups in the process. I think most of you know who this guy is. It could only be Ronaldo. This one is pretty bad. It looks nothing like Ronaldo in the game. I'm sure when you played as Brazil and you saw the number 9, you knew who it was, but there you are, Ronaldo. Now player number 7 is a little bit tougher to guess. Here are some stats on this Italian striker. He started off his career at Vicenza, then went on to Fiorentina, then Juventus, then AC Milan, then 1 year at Bologna, then Inter Milan before finishing off at Brescia. He made 56 appearances for Italy, scoring 27 goals, finished up as the runners-up at the World Cup in 1994 when he missed the decisive penalty. The divine ponytail himself, Roberto Baggio. They somehow made him look like one of the 3 Musketeers in this game, and I have no idea how they managed that. He was one of the most famous players in the world at that time. Now for another goalkeeper to guess. This German legend spent most of his career with Bayern Munich, signing for the club in 1994 and staying until 2008, making 429 appearances for the club. He won 8 Bundesliga titles, 6 German Cups, the UEFA Cup in 1996 and the Champions League. For the national team he made 86 caps and finished as the runners-up at the World Cup in 2002. It is the German powerhouse Oliver Kahn. You got to put this one down as a fail for the developers. It looks nothing like Oliver Kahn. Who knows what goalkeeper they looked at when they created that player. Now we have a super sub for player 9. This Norwegian forward spent the majority of his career at Manchester United after he signed in 1996 and stayed until 2007. He played 235 games for the club and he scored 91 goals, and a large part of that came from the bench. He also played for Norway 67 times and scored 23 goals for his country, and currently he's making his name as a manager in the Premier League. This one was a little easier, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is one of the better ones in the game. You can at least see a resemblance and it does kind of look like Solskjaer, so you got to give them the win on this one. Now we get to the toughest one on the list by far. Good luck with this one. He started off his career with Monza in 1985, made 94 appearances and scored 28 goals for the club, then moving to Juventus where he made 98 appearances and scored 20 goals, then moving to Lazio in 1993 where he played 140 times and scored 41 goals. He had 44 caps for Italy, scoring 13 goals, and he finished his career injury hit at Chelsea. I'll be amazed if anyone guessed this, Pierluigi Casiraghi. I don't even think the developers tried on this one. He just looks like a creepy android, so unfortunately for Casiraghi, this one is a fail. And with that, that gets us to the end of our Guess the Player FIFA 99. In the comment section below, let us know. We'd be curious to see how many you got right. We hope you enjoyed the video. This is the Bosman Viewing, so if you're new to the channel, check out our other content. We've got lots of different football videos on here. If you enjoyed this, if you could thumbs it up, that'd be great. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.